Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy to see you guys again, to be talking with you guys. Hope you guys have been doing super well in the past few weeks. Today's video, I'm super excited. I've been meaning to do this video for a long time. Today I'm going to be ranking Michael Jackson's best albums. I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. He's one of the artists whose albums I can actually listen to from start to finish. If you haven't seen my first video where I ranked Taemin's albums, you can check it out here. And my second video where I ranked Lana Del Rey's albums, you can also check it out, probably in the description box. A little disclaimer first, I'm not going to be ranking every one of his albums. He has like a ton of albums. I'm going to be starting with Thriller and I'm going to end after Invincible because honestly I didn't listen to any albums before Thriller and I didn't listen to his Escape album, the albums that were released after he died. So I'm sticking to that kind of period between like 1984, 1983 until like 2001. So that's still quite a bit of material. Also, I'm not going to include Blood on the Dance Floor, the remix album, just because it's not like, it's a remix album. I don't want to, and I also didn't listen to it that much. And if I did rank that album, it would automatically be at the bottom. I'm not. So let's jump right in. I didn't make the list beforehand. I'm just gonna look at his albums on Spotify and just go for it. So there's Thriller, we have Bad, Dangerous, History, Invincible. We have 5 albums that we're gonna go with. Number 5, I'm gonna start with, I think I'm gonna start with History. History, Past, Present, Future, volumes book 1 and 2. I'm gonna start there. Not hard to figure out why. Book 1 is basically like his greatest hits, and then book 2 is his new songs. So it includes Scream, They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in Moscow, Earth Song, You Were Not Alone, all the good hits. Don't get me wrong, I really like those songs. So I love Scream, I love Stranger in Moscow, They Don't Care About Us. I really like those songs. The only thing is, it's basically all of the songs in the, like, apart from those maybe 4 or 5 songs, all the other songs, like, I can really do without. So I'm talking about DS, I'm talking about This Time Around, I'm talking about Money, I'm talking about Come Together, I'm talking about Tabloid Junkie, I'm talking about Too Bad, I'm talking about Smile. Like, those, granted, like, maybe I haven't come around to those songs yet because it does take me a while to, like, warm up to, you know, like songs that I haven't warmed up to yet. So granted, I could be singing a different tune like in a year from now, but I think at this moment I'm gonna put History at number 5. Standouts from this album, as I just said: Scream, They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in Moscow, Earth Song, I love that song. You Are Not Alone, everyone knows You Are Not Alone. I like History, I like Little Susie. I think my favorite song from History, depending on the day, it could switch between Scream and They Don't Care About Us. So next, let's go to number 4. His number 4 best album, I'm gonna go ahead and say, wait, this is way harder than I thought it would be. Holy shit, wait a second. Holy shit, I don't know what to put actually. Wow, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you, before I started this video, like, I was gonna put Invincible as number, believe it or not, I was gonna put Invincible as number 2 or number 1, but now that I'm like looking at the albums again and I'm looking at the songs in the album, I think I'm gonna have to put Invincible as number 4 because like, so let me start out with what I think about Invincible. I think Invincible is a very good album. I think his sound on it is great. I think he's doing things with his voice that he hasn't really done before in the past. He's like exploring his ranges more. He's going like deeper. He has a lot of like really like kind of romantic songs like Heaven Can Wait, Butterflies, and I'm running out of things to say. So I think my big problem with this album is that I actually was just listening to this about a week or so ago, and the first 3 songs, Unbreakable, Heartbreaker, and Invincible, they sort of blend together in this sort of like, I don't really know how to describe it, but like they sort of blend together in a way that it's like not hard to discern which song is which, but it's like it kind of gets repetitive by the time Invincible comes on. It's like, okay, like I feel like I heard this song already. So those aren't bad songs, but it's that. Also, this is a 16 song album, which I don't necessarily mine, but it's a long album. So it's that, it's the fact that it starts with 3 songs that are pretty repetitive. The songs that I do like a lot, Break of Dawn, You Rock My World, Heaven Can Wait, Butterflies, those are all good songs. This album kind of does like really like sort of strange like roller coasters. So we start off with like Unbreakable, Heartbreaker, and Invincible, like the sort of like sound that he's created for this album, like that. Like, I don't know how to describe it, I'm not gonna try it. And then we go strong to Break of Dawn, Heaven Can Wait, You Rock My World, Butterflies. Those songs are excellent songs. Those are very, very like romantic. Those are really lovey songs. I really enjoy those songs a lot. And then we go to Speechless, 2000 Watts, You Are My Life, Privacy, Don't Walk Away, Cry, The Lost Children. Like these are like, I just named like what, 6 or 7 songs. They are very much forgettable. Like very, very much forgettable. They're not bad songs, but like they're honestly forgettable. When I was re-listening to this album, I totally forgot You Are My Life was on it. I totally forgot about Privacy. I Don't Walk Away, like I swear to God, this might have been my second time ever listening to that song. Cry is an okay song, but it's okay. The Lost Children is I like The Lost Children, but in a list like this, I can't let those, this album doesn't necessarily stand up to his other works, so it's not fair for me to put this above his other works. In fact, dare I say, it can kind of switch between 5 and 4. Like I think History maybe can hit 4, and Invincible can go to 5. But I'm gonna leave it like that. It's fine. And then it ends pretty strongly with Whatever Happens in 13. I like those 2 songs quite a bit. It's weird actually, now that I'm like listening to myself, out of 16 songs, I basically like gave endorsements to like 5 or 6 of them. So in like 10 songs, I could do without. So, you know, actually with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and switch. Invincible can go to number 5. History, you can go up to number 4. History has very good songs, Invincible has great songs, but History has excellent songs. History, Scream, They Don't Care About Us, Stranger in Moscow, like what? So History is gonna go number 4, Invincible, you're gonna go to number 5. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Next, we're gonna go to number 3. This is where shit gets kind of, I don't know, difficult. This is where shit get really, really difficult. I think here is gonna be very contentious. I think people are gonna have some problems with my top 3, but I'm gonna, you know what? Let me check the songs on these albums to not make a fool of myself and like to have to go back on my work. So I think for me personally, don't be mad, but I'm gonna go ahead and you know what? I think actually people won't disagree with this. I'm gonna go ahead and put Dangerous as number 3. The reason I'm gonna put Dangerous as number 3 is because like I was debating putting it as number 2, but it's less listenable than my actual choice for number 2 is. So we have highlights from Dangerous. We have Jam, awesome song. Why You Wanna Trip On Me, great song. In the Closet, excellent song. She Drives Me Wild, great song. Remember the Time, legendary. Can't Let Her Get Away. Slowly, just recently grew on to me. Heal the World. Live is good. Listening to it, a part of the album is kind of long. It's kind of always a skip for me. Black or White. I used to love this song, but the time has kind of passed for that song for me. Who Is It? I really like that song. Give In To Me, I really like that song. Will You Be There? In the same boat as Heal the World and like Keep the Faith and Gone Too Soon. It's like Michael Jackson, like him sort of being like I don't know how to describe those kinds of songs that he does. Like the Gone Too Soon, Keep the Faith, Will You Be There, Heal the World. I don't know how to describe those songs. Those are like his kind of like church, like gospel kind of songs-ish, where he's like you have like the chorus in there and like you have, it's a lot happening, and those kinds of songs by Michael Jackson tend to err on the side of a little too long. Like we're talking about like 5, 6, 7 minutes, some of these songs. I think Heal the World is like what? Heal the World is 6 minutes, 24 seconds. Will You Be There? Almost damn near 8 minutes. Keep the Faith, almost 6 minutes. Gone Too Soon. Well, Gone Too Soon is like a reasonable time. But like, basically my point is like, these are like those songs that like, he kind of like, I don't mind long songs, but it's drawn out and not in a good way. But anyway, and this album has many of those songs. So it's if you remove those songs, this song could be number 2 but because of those four songs or so, like, and I skip those songs every single time. Like, I can't tell you the last time I listened to Will You Be There, Keep the Faith, or Gone Too Soon. Like, it's just, I don't. Like, Dangerous, I like Dangerous, but again, it's at 7 minutes. So like, this is it's a lot of, I don't know. But yeah, that's why this album's at number 3. Best song on this album, I want to say, is me speaking now, Devontae 2021 as of May. Favorite song on this album is probably, it's a toss-up kind of between In the Closet, Who Is It, and Dangerous. I'm not even gonna choose between those 3. I don't feel like it. So now we're at the top 2 albums by Michael Jackson. This actually isn't as hard as I thought it would be in my head. Like, now that I'm looking at it all up, it's very clear like what his strongest albums are. I've been debating this a long time in my head. For years now, I've been debating which of these albums are his better albums. I'm gonna definitively say today that number 2, his second best album that he's put out, is Thriller. And people are gonna, I've had this argument before. People insist that Thriller is the best album that he's ever put out. Obviously, it's sold like the most, so it's like, and I agree. I think Thriller is an excellent album. It has bangers. It has bangers throughout this album. Are you kidding me? We're talking about Beat It. We're talking about Thriller. We're talking about Billie Jean. We're talking about Wanna Be Starting Something. We're talking about Human Nature. We're talking about Pretty Young Thing. We're talking about Lady. Like, the entire song, like, The Girl Is Mine is the only one that people don't really talk much about, but like, this entire album, like, it's legendary for a reason. It's an excellent, excellent, excellent album. However, the reason why it's not my number 2 is primarily because I like number 1 better. I think number 1 is a slightly more cohesive, more interesting album to me. And yeah, that's about it. Like, Thriller, I don't want to say anything bad about Thriller. Thriller is an excellent album, but the only reason it's number 2 is because I like number 1 better personally. And of course, but by the way, my probably favorite song off of Thriller, I think, that's another thing. I don't go back to Thriller often. I re-listen to a lot of Michael Jackson's albums from start to finish, and Thriller, like, of the five albums I just talked about, I listen to them quite often, and Thriller is the one I don't really revisit. I don't know why. I think it was very much of its time, and I don't really know why. But I think I'm gonna rank number 1 on this album, it's gonna be, I don't know, maybe Human Nature or something. Maybe Human Nature, like, or Billie Jean probably. Like, I feel like, as I'm talking about this album, I don't feel much for this album. Like, I don't feel that much connected to Thriller. Like, it's more so like as a body of work than whatever. I'm not even gonna go through it. Anyway, number 1, the one I'm most excited to talk about is Bad. This is the best Michael Jackson album that he's ever put out. Like, Bad is the best Michael Jackson album, start to finish. I said Thriller has bangers. Bad has bangers. I think Bad has more famous songs on it than Thriller does. Like, everyone knows Thriller, everyone knows Billie Jean, everyone knows Beat It. And okay, fine, like that. I think everything else is popular, of course, but those 3 songs I'll say like are the top 3 that from Thriller. But Bad, Smooth Criminal, The Way You Make Me Feel, Man in the Mirror, Dirty Diana, those are like the 3 songs or so that I'm pretty sure everyone knows. Like, I guess both albums actually have 3 songs that like everyone knows. But I think as far as like, I don't know, coolness, and as far as like giving it to people, I think Bad, I personally, like, I don't know. It's subjective, of course. Like, I can't give you like an objective reason why I think Bad is better than Thriller. And it's not that I think Bad is better than Thriller. That is actually the truth. I was gonna say, it's not that I think Thriller is a bad album, I just think Bad is better than Thriller, period. I don't know what it is, but it's such a good album. Like, let's start with the Bad single. Bad is a very good song. Like, it draws you in automatically. The Way You Make Me Feel, excellent song. Me and my brother used to watch that video all the time. Speed Demon is a great song. Liberian Girl is an excellent song. Just Good Friends is very catchy. Another Part of Me, I was addicted to that song. Man in the Mirror, everyone knows that. I Just Can't Stop Loving You, very romantic. Not my type, but very romantic, nice song. Dirty Diana, legendary. Smooth Criminal, supremely legendary. Leave Me Alone, great song. Like it's like there's not really much to say. Bad is like let me know in the comments if you agree with me or disagree with me, like with Bad being #1. But like, I'm sorry, but Bad is like the #1 album. I'm here to finally put that debate to rest. Bad is the best album that Michael Jackson has put out, period. Yeah, and that's where I'm gonna end here. So if you guys agree with me, you can, I don't know, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what your top 5 list is or what your top list is, whatever. If you think Blood on the Dance Floor is better than any other albums I just said, let me know. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe below. Also, I had mentioned before, I do have a Patreon. I've uploaded a podcast over there. I haven't done much with it because I'm not exactly sure if it'll catch on like to people. But if people, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's like, if people catch on, then I'll do more. But people won't catch on to it if I don't do more. So it's like, I don't know, it's weird. But if you want to support me, head down to my Patreon. I have a podcast up there. I don't know, whatever. I don't know. Okay, I'll see you guys. Bye.